Well, today we're at the job site of the homeowner who won the McCabe Lumber Trex deck giveaway. And with me is Ron. He is with Decks and More. He's the fellow that's building this deck. And of course, Nate, he's with Trex, who supplied a lot of the product for our project. Let's start with you, Ron. You have experience building decks all across the greater Cincinnati area. This particular homeowner, let's describe the deck we were actually building. What were they looking for?
Well, they want to have a larger play area out here for the kids, a place to entertain with family coming over.
Okay, so we have a family room that's right here.
We do.
And we had a pretty big step, so we had the elevation we had to add.
Correct. We need some steps down to the backyard, so we're going to do about 2 steps around this bump out corner here.
Okay, and that way they can exit right into the play yard, so that's always good. Now I also noticed you got some framing on this side. This little bump out here is for a table?
It is. Over here we've done a bump out octagon over here. It gives about 2 more feet of depth to the deck. It's a place to take the table and chairs, push them out from the center of the deck to the corner of the deck, frees up the center of the deck more for the kids to play on, for growing area or whatever.
Okay, well, we're about halfway through our project here. You can see what Ron has accomplished at this point. And if you're looking at this deck, I know the first thing you're going to notice that's a little different is the under support system for this deck. Let's talk about this, Nate. This is kind of brand new stuff.
Sure, Gary. This is our newest product. It's a steel framing called Trex Elevations.
And how was that to work with, Ron? I mean, it's different. You guys are used to working with wood.
It's different than wood. There's a little learning curve going about it, but it really stiffens up. It's nice.
Okay, what's the purpose of this, Nate? I mean, why did Trex invent this?
Well, you're spending all the money on the decking surface and you're getting a great performance out of it, but unfortunately, the substructure, the wood, is not giving it the same performance. So we want the substructure to last as long as the decking.
Now, this metal substructure, will this minimize the waving that we see sometimes?
It will. It gets the curve out of the joists, so the flooring is nice and level.
All right, let's talk a little bit about the decking itself. I know when we were at the McCabe Lumber Building and Remodeling showroom, the homeowner was really focused on something dark, without a grain, but they changed here, Nate.
They did. They had a chance to see our newest decking product in the Tropical series, which is called Tiki Torch. It's got a really nice light tan color with some reddish and brown streaking to it.
And good wood grain, too.
Very nice.
All right, well, let's talk a little bit about this, Ron. I mean, you Decks and More, you guys build all kinds of decks. This is a little different. I need a little help here. Why is the board run horizontally?
We're doing it parallel or horizontal here so you don't have any seams on it. It's just nice to have a deck with no seams. To accomplish that, we put a border around it to give some flair, and we got the maximized distance of 20-foot floorboards with a foot on either side gives you 22-foot overall length.
Interesting. Also, one of the things I really like about this is you can't see any fasteners. We used to have the nails and the screws and everything else.
Yeah, we've used all the hidden fasteners on this deck here, so there's no screws down through the top of it.
Do you see a lot of people going with this type of product now than compared to a few years ago?
More and more.
So big trend, actually.
Yep.
Hey, Nate, is that railing a Trex product? Because I really like that.
That's our Trex Transcend railing with aluminum balusters.
Wow, very cool. Now that's got lighting too, right, Ron?
It does have lighting. So we're gonna have post cap lighting on this deck. We're gonna have lighting coming up out of the floor and also lighting on the riser and the steps.
All right, well, you're going to wrap things up here. I can't wait to see the absolute finished project. And of course, if you're looking for a deck, you might stop at McCabe Lumber Building Remodeling Showroom. There you can get some ideas on product. And of course, you can always call Decks and More. Ron will be happy to work with you like they did the winter's home here. And of course, Nate, great products. And thanks for joining us.